Happy news time! Oil prices are dropping, which means you can get gas on the cheap. Less than $3 is like the national average now. So save your pennies. This is the Earth News Division. What's up, everybody? Welcome to The End. I'm Marcus.
And I'm Kevin.
Yeah, he is. You have a variety of options of what to view in your news today. You have movies, which will involve things like Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange. Or you can go over to TV, where we're going to be talking about all the crazy DC television series, such as Supergirl and the Teen Titans. And lastly,
there's our technology segment, and that's about lasers.
Lasers! Not laser shotguns, just lasers.
Just lasers.
I got excited for a second. You should get excited because it's going to be awesome. So feel free to click any one of those. It'll take you immediately to the news topic of your choice. Otherwise, you can just stick here and watch the rest of the video like a normal person without those crazy annotations. Here we go. First thing, movies.
Yes.
Kevin.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
BC. Not before Christ. Benedict Cumberbatch has officially entered the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He'll be playing Doctor Strange, a.k.a. Doctor Strange.
So his
Stephen Strange, I think, is his name.
So his superpower set is magic.
Well,
in the comics.
In the comics, it's magic, but in the movies, it'll be some sort of quantum level manipulation thing.
So they're making him a scientist, and that's how he gets access to all this.
I guess. I mean, so he was in the comics. He was a real doctor.
Yeah.
Like he actually did not science. He actually did like surgery on people,
Okay.
and then his hands got damaged. And then he went to go find a guy, some guru, to help heal him or whatever. And that guy ended up being magic and gave him rings, and he became Doctor Strange and became cool magic dude. That was one of the origin stories anyway. Not sure how he'll fit into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, particularly because they might not actually do the whole origin story thing. Kind of like with the Guardians of the Galaxy, they didn't really do it. They were just already existing, and then they just sort of came together. They'll probably do something similar to like that, since he was mentioned very briefly in Captain America
2.
Right.
Yeah.
His name popped up
and
on
I'm
the screen.
sure they can do a quick cameo for him in one of the next movies.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. I mean, all I have to do is just, you're like, yo, BC, come on down the set. You live in London. We film in London because of the Pinewood Studios. Just put a goatee on and then be like, next to like Tony Stark, problem solved. He's in the movie. Next up, speaking of London, this is perfect transition.
London.
Bond 24 has a title. It's called Spectre. You can also check out the poster, which came out last week.
And we know nothing about the plot.
We know nothing about the plot. So Spectre is an evil organization.
Okay.
That I'm pretty sure has been around in old Bond lore in the past. Actually, I'm very confident about that. So there's going to be Spectre is going to be dealing with... Kevin knows nothing about James Bond.
Zero.
So I'm pretty much just talking to you guys right now. Daniel Craig will be back. Sam Mendes is going to be back directing. You got Ralph Fiennes, whatever. I can never pronounce his last name because there's so many extra letters in it. He will be back as M, and you also have Moneypenny will be back, and Q will be back. It's going to be a fun time. Also, Dave Bautista, a.k.a. Drax from Guardians of the Galaxy, will be in it as a henchman, evil henchman. And Christoph Waltz will be playing the bad guy.
Yes.
We do know that.
Everyone's very excited about that.
That's very exciting. Also, they just started filming last week, and the first shot of the film, which you can see right now, is nothing. It's just the marker with the key thing that you see there on the desk is the bull, the British bulldog that M left for Bond and Skyfall. So there's a little connection there. Booyah, right there. Also, there's a new James Bond car. Obviously, Aston Martin has designed a car explicitly for James Bond in this movie. And funnily enough, it was the only car that was not stolen in a recent heist in Germany, where apparently a bunch of thieves stole the James Bond production vehicles.
Except for the signature car.
Except for the Aston Martin, which, thank God, so they can still keep filming. It won't delay filming whatsoever, but, I mean, that's pretty crazy. Why would you do that? Why?
They like
that's
cars.
the car, but that's the car you should steal. Is the Aston Martin? That's the car. And on the last bit of movie news, Kevin, this is just insane.
It's weird.
It's insane.
Very weird.
Go.
So, the 21 Jump Street film series.
Yes.
Which is a comedy series written by the same people who wrote the Lego Movie.
Yes.
But it's much more adult humor.
Oh yeah, for sure.
There's word of a possible crossover with Men in Black.
That's right. Men in Black, those guys wear black clothing, black sunglasses, and go around wiping people's memories of aliens that they've seen. Sony. So this was an internal email, I believe. Well, it was mostly internal, but this was revealed during this recent hack of Sony, where they want to sort of reinvigorate the Men in Black franchise because Men in Black 3 didn't do so hot. So why not? We have this great franchise, 21 Jump Street. Let's just cross them. You got peanut butter in my chocolate in my peanut butter. You got Channing Tatum in my Men in Black, and you got Men in Black in my Jonah Hill. No, that doesn't sound right. But the point is, yeah, they are attempting to actually merge these two franchises. I
don't know.
2016, 2017, that's their aim right now. Jonah Hill actually reportedly sent an email back to Sony after they sent him an email asking him about the idea, and he said, yeah, sure, essentially. He was like, yeah, okay.
So would this be 23 Jump Street? Or would it be
like Men in Jump Street? Jump Street in Black. I don't know. I have no idea. Men in Black subtitled 23 Jump Street. It doesn't really work. I have no idea how this is going to work. It'll be very interesting to see when it comes to fruition in 2 to 3 years from now. Or 2, I guess it's only going to be a year or 2 from now.
I'm trying to imagine Tommy Lee Jones putting up with...
No, he won't be in this.
Yeah.
Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones are not going to be in this.
Okay, so
you don't have to worry about that.
It's just the world of the Men in Black.
Yeah, it's just a matter of throwing aliens into 21 Jump Street, essentially, which is already crazy enough. That's your movie news. On to television. You know it. You love it. It's the DC... Oh, no. Sorry, I meant... Yeah, you might love it. The DC Comics universe. Yeah. I love the television series. Kevin, you haven't watched any of the DC thing. You just started watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., though. So
yes, I'm catching up on the Marvel stuff.
We're getting you into that. So DC already has Arrow, Gotham, Flash, Constantine. I think there was something else. They had Smallville in the past.
It's 4.
Yeah, they have a lot. And they're already planning 3 new shows. So of those 3 shows, first one on the list is TNT. TNT. Not a major network. The network. Yeah. Not a major network, though. Is putting the pilot ahead for Titans, which is what they're calling it. It's basically a live-action version of Teen Titans, where it's going to follow Dick Grayson, a.k.a. Robin, as he leaves Batman's shadow to become Nightwing, and he teams up with Raven and Starfire.
And Cyborg.
Well, they have only explicitly listed those 2 right now. That'll be They
better include Cyborg.
That will probably include Cyborg. This is supposed to be an hour-long drama in the vein of like Arrow and stuff. So that should be... It's gonna have to be somewhat gritty if it's gonna be on TNT. So that'll be interesting to see where that comes out. That goes into pilot next year. So that's exciting. CBS has also gotten the rights to do Supergirl, a television show, which one of the producers on that will be from the Arrow Flash continuum. So there's going to be there is potential for crossover between CBS and CW's TV shows. So that'll be interesting. I don't know why they're going to Supergirl and not Superman, but I feel like you have to, one has to sort of come, but whatever.
Maybe something with the rights to who can use Superman right now.
WB. I mean, WB.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. WB is doing all this, so who knows? And thirdly, because sci-fi clearly is begging for
anything
work, science fiction, actual work, right, these days, they have teamed up with Warner Brothers to put into production, hopefully, for their part, hopefully, a series called Krypton, which will be a prequel to all the Superman stuff that will follow Superman's grandfather as he helps the planet Krypton get back on its feet as it's trying to sort of tear itself apart through politics or revolution or whatever.
But we know he's going to fail.
Yeah, so he's going to bring it up. He's going to rise it up. It's kind of like Gotham where, yes, Jim Gordon is helping Gotham get better. And then, we know it's going to all go to crap because, Krypton blows up. Gotham doesn't blow up, but Krypton blows up. The interesting thing about this is that David S. Goyer, who helped with the Dark Knight trilogy, he also wrote Man of Steel, is helping with this TV show in some form or another. So that's interesting. So at least you can believe that
someone on staff.
Yeah, and it might actually be somehow connected to the Man of Steel, especially if it's before all this happened. That's an easy thing to just say, yeah, it's connected.
Yeah.
It's not going to interact with anything. So that's interesting. I think DC needs to scale things back. They have the TV's landscape owned. They own that.
They want to own it more.
They don't have to. It's fine the way it is. Arrow and Arrow and Flash are doing awesome on their own. Gotham's great. I've never watched Constantine, but I'm sure it's okay. It got cut short to only 13 episodes for the season, but who knows? Just concentrate on that. Don't try and do the movies too. You're crazy. Stop. Lastly, on to the coolest news of the week.
Technology news.
Technology. Navy, the United States Navy, has a laser gun, a laser weapon system to be precise.
Mounted on a ship.
The laser weapon system, known as LAWS, which really they should cut off the S, so it's just law, was recently tested back in November successfully, and it took out. Well, I say took out is kind of a strong term. I forget what the word is. It disabled. It disabled a UAV and also disabled a couple of boats in the video, which you can find the link in the description below. It's also going to be playing right here. It was awesome.
And so its range is out to a mile, which is cool, but still kind of short when you think about the kind of weaponry that all these ships otherwise have right now.
Right. So it's kind of a ships passing the night sort of situation where if you see another boat coming by, I mean, it'll be useful for like a plane or something that gets close.
And there's a stun, disable, and destroy setting.
We are living in the future, people. Star Trek is real. This laser is a 30 kilowatt laser, though. So, I mean, that's a pretty powerful laser. And the Navy, not to be outdone by themselves, is already planning on a 100 kilowatt laser. And I think they also said 150 kilowatt version.
It's going to be insane.
By 2016/2017. So, right when Men in Black Cross 21 Jump Street comes out, we'll be getting 100 and 150 kilowatt lasers. That's going to be crazy.
And this is a much cheaper weapon
very
when
cheap.
Fired. Because they still spent, millions developing.
Oh, yeah. The research and development is expensive, of course. But in the long run, it is a cheaper weapon to use because it is less than $1 per shot. So whereas it's very expensive to make bullets, like lots and lots of bullets, and make them for many, many guns and put them on many, many people. If you have a couple of large laser cannons, and you fire them once every couple of months, maybe, that's significantly cheaper.
One of the big advantages to it that the Navy is excited about is how fast it can pivot the gun. Because with more traditional weapons, it takes a while. Yeah. With the actual physical mount, but with the laser, it's so light.
Yeah, it's kind of. I mean, if you watch the video that we've linked it to, I mean, there's a guy just there with joystick, moving it around like it's nothing. It's great. I love that we live in a time where there's actual lasers. The one thing I don't love about this is that there are actual lasers, so they can actually use these to kill people. They didn't say that, obviously, but I mean, it could be used for that. Yeah. That's the downside of all technology, though. It's going to be used for evil someday. I'm looking at you, Skynet. Anyway, that's been your news for the week. If you like this, you can comment and like the video. You can also support the show by buying t-shirts and mugs over at outofspacetv.spreadshirt.com. You can subscribe. That's also a friendly way to like us and show us that you are supporting us.
And you can support us by watching some older videos over here.
Yeah, get those view counts up. Watch it again. You know you love learning about movies all over again, like things that you already heard about, or you just love watching our faces. Check out a Brain Tank episode. That'll probably be a lot more interesting. Not in general, I just mean because you probably haven't watched it yet. Otherwise, thank you for watching.
Thank you.
We'll see you out there.